I understand that next year we will be celebrating the 120th anniversary of our founding. We have much to celebrate, indeed, but we have much left to do. You will recall that in his inaugural address, which you should have read by now, President Duterte quoted Franklin D. Roosevelt, and here's the quote: "The test of government is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide to those who have little." This sums up, in no uncertain terms, what is expected of us and what we expect of ourselves. A major reason why the people decided to vote out the old, and vote in a new administration is that, in a certain sense, that government has lost touch with its citizens. We save and refuse to spend to shore up our credit ratings long after it has become unnecessary to do so. The Department of Finance can no longer use its fancy calculations to continue its detachment from everyday lives of everyday Filipinos. We need to do our job a little differently, a little more creatively. We will do all these things toward an improved public service that is felt by the people. I expect each DOF employee to be the epitome of integrity. We need to demonstrate appropriate behavior in dealing with external parties such as the public, business, and external agencies. There will be no frauds or leaks of confidential information, no solicitation of bribes, gifts, concessions, in whatever form. We shall avoid fraternizing with clients or external counterparts in a way that may influence the performance of duty. If you can commit to this, then I look forward to working with all of you. But I need to know that you are on board. We also need to be good DOF citizens. We must abide by our own rules. We must cultivate sound customer relationships, not only outside, but also inside the DOF. I worked with a gentleman before who had an insight, and his insight was that each of our co-workers is indeed our customer, because the way we work affects the way they work. And I hope that we look upon each other not only as a team, but as customers, so that what we do will help the others do their job. Soon after the elections, we announced in Davao the Duterte administration's 10-point socio-economic agenda, which I expect all of us to learn by heart. I am relying on you to align these priorities in your areas of responsibilities. We will welcome suggestions on how we can achieve those priorities. My door is always open to constructive and creative suggestions. We have revised our organizational structure that will guide the DOF operations. This new structure is the output of the transition process. Essentially, we would like to divide our work into teams, and your team leaders will explain the structure during the first, which I explained during the first DOF ExCom meeting last Friday, and I have asked our designated cluster heads to roll up their sleeves and hammer out details with all of you over the next few days at the group and unit levels. By mid-July, I expect the cluster heads should be ready to brief the Office of the Secretary with updated organization tables, a clear articulation of main functions, key result areas, and priorities for the next 6 months. My expectation with regards to outcomes is that we will be able to improve our work quality, accelerate processing, and receive zero customer complaints. We all know from our experience that bureaucrats can make things easier for our people if they put their hearts into it. I look forward to accomplishing much with all of you in making dealing with us much easier for our citizens. Following President Duterte's lead, we will restore the people's trust and confidence in government. Before I leave, I would be happy to answer any questions that you may have. And as I say, questions that are wise or otherwise.